1, 2, 3, 4. I declare somewhere.
Hello and welcome to Cheese, a Healthy Fruit, a podcast where two sisters reminisce on growing up in rural Wisconsin. I'm Sidel.
And I'm Jade.
It's been a while.
It has been a really long time, yeah.
We went on a hiatus.
We did. We thought we were going to cut down to like one
Yes, we said
episode.
We said an episode every other week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And then
I think
happened.
Unless we said we were just going to go down to 3 episodes a month or something like that. I don't know if we decided to go down to 3 or 2, but then it went to 0.
Yeah.
Life hit us in the face.
It did. Yeah. We had a lot of shit going on.
Mm-hmm.
We needed the break.
Well, yes, true.
Mm-hmm.
I started school.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then, Grandpa died.
You're starting him with that right away?
We might as well we're just gonna mention it. We're not gonna talk about Grandpa today, but we're gonna mention it because it caused the hiatus.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then, a lot
Mm-hmm.
more stuff happened. What happened to you?
Well, I guess the biggest thing that happened to me is I got married.
Yes.
Yeah. I have a whole wife now.
You were in the throes of wedding planning.
Yeah. We were still doing stuff. And now I've been married for, 4 months? 4 months, yeah.
Yeah. At the time of this recording.
Yes. That's true. It'll probably be 5 or 6 months by the time that we get this out, but...
Yeah.
Oh, I also got a dog.
Did you?
Yeah. You haven't met him and been wrestling with him all day.
I know, that little shit. We are in another blanket fort. In a new location.
Yes.
We are not in the studio anymore.
Mm-mm.
Or at least for today.
Yeah.
We are in Jade and Alex's bedroom.
Yes. Because it just made more sense because our father walks in the house and starts banging on literally everything. So it was easier just to bring all of the stuff over to my house.
Although now your wife is on the same schedule and may do the exact same thing here.
Motherfuck. I forgot about that.
And we are in the place where she keeps her clothes.
Oh, and you have fully blocked off all of her clothes.
Yeah.
Well, we have another hour.
Oh, okay.
Because they're running overtime, but...
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Well, at least there's that. I hope we're done by then.
Oh, God, we probably won't be.
I hope not. I hope we are, because I have places to be. All right.
That's fair.
Today, I was building the fort.
Uh-huh.
And I kept forgetting shit.
Yes.
So I was taking the dog for walks back and forth.
You were carrying stuff while walking my dog?
It was small things. I took him in the car.
Okay, but the carrying stuff while walking my dog is really fucking dangerous. I literally threw his food down the stairs at your parents' house because he went, okay, we're going down the stairs. And I was just holding his food in my other hand. I was just trying to carry it down the stairs, and all of a sudden it was just whoosh.
Yeah. Okay, but here's what I carried.
Okay.
I grabbed dog leashes and lanyards.
I saw that in your weird contraption. I thought it was from Grandpa's collection. You found some more.
No, it's from the house.
Yeah.
But no, I grabbed. But also, yeah, your parents want to get rid of them, and
They haven't gotten rid of them yet.
The dog leashes?
Oh, I was thinking about
Grandpa's dog. No.
I was like, that's a weird thing to keep around.
Those were all donated.
Good.
For the listeners. When we were going through Grandpa's stuff after his death, we found a box of dog collars and dog leashes.
And my best friend immediately went, oh yeah, I'm gonna help you clean out this house.
Because she was hoping that she'd find more stuff?
She wanted to find more strange / kinky things in our deceased grandfather's house. And I was like, there's literally 4 calendars of boobies behind his bedroom door.
Boxes of porn.
Yeah. He was living his bachelor life, okay?
He was.
And every single time we found a suitcase that was locked, she was like, where's the key? Like, it was an escape room. She's, like, looking for the key. And the one time, it was literally just a box with roller skates in it. And she was so disappointed when we got it open, because it wasn't more porn.
Okay, but, like, I don't know. Our grandfather was not, like, that crazy.
No.
He had a lot of, honestly, he had a lot of shit.
Well, he was
He could have had anything.
Yeah.
Honestly, so.
Yeah.
I mean.
He was a hoarder, so basically everything that he's ever owned, he kept.
Yeah.
So that's what we had to go through at the end of his life.
Yeah.
Was literally everything he's had.
Everything he's ever owned. Mm-hmm. At least he never kept animals.
Oh, yeah.
Like dead animals, yeah.
Well, actually, he did. Remember what I found when one of the first nights that we were here?
No.
Oh, we found
the rat?
Skull. We found an actual mouse that was sneaking around in our bedroom.
Skull, what did you do with it?
The skull?
Yeah.
I threw it away because my dog tried to eat it. I couldn't just throw it outside because I knew for a fact he would run and go find it.
You should have given me the skull.
I literally thought about it after I threw it away. I was like, oh my gosh, Sidel's gonna yell at me.
Yeah. But was that Grandpa keeping things, or was that just hidden? It was just a dead animal that died behind the. That
was a man who hoarded too much shit and didn't know that there were animals living with him.
Yeah, it wasn't intentional. He didn't have a calf die and then stuff it in a suitcase.
No, and I'm thankful for that.
Yes.
Why did you jump immediately to a baby cow?
I was trying to talk about, like, him keeping livestock or pets.
Okay, but, like, I would have gone to, like, keeping a cat.
I know.
But you were just like, okay, well, we're keeping a baby cow.
Also, you wouldn't be that connected to it, but anyway. Not like a cat that you've had for 15 years.
Yeah.
It's a cat that was born like yesterday. Anyway.
And you just went, I'm gonna keep it.
Okay. No. But what was I saying? Oh, yeah. Okay. I was detailing how I built the damn fort. I took the dog. I picked up lanyards and leashes. I shoved that shit in my pocket and then took the dog back. Mm-hmm. Then I came back again, and I think I'm forgetting something. There's something else I had to go and grab, but
that's okay. We don't need list.
I had to get the seat, the backrest, and that's when I took him for a ride because I didn't want to juggle a big.
Oh my god, I would love that if you were carrying
backrest.
The backrest while my dog was trying to drag you. And that thing doesn't have a broken handle. Like, you can't even hold on to it.
Yeah, hold on to the hand. You just have to hug it.
Right? And then the dog would... Hey, at least when the dog knocks you over, you'd have something soft to land on.
But I didn't want it full of gravel, so I put it in the car. And then I got the... surge protector. Like, these weren't things that were going to, like, they weren't like big things or things in bowls. Like, it wasn't like I was gonna make a big mess. If I had to collect multiple things, I would have taken the car.
I feel like you're, like, attacking me with this whole... Or things in bowls. I made a mistake, okay?
I thought about it before I did it. I'm just saying. Or that one time that you
I was thinking about efficiency.
handed your wife a dessert while she had the dog.
Oh, no.
It went onto the ground immediately.
Oh, I almost cried. I felt so bad. Mom made that for her birthday.
No, it was for her birthday. It was her favorite dessert. And it just went on the ground.
She wouldn't let me get her more because she felt bad. Well, of course, it's like strawberry jello, so like it's all over the floor and it's red. Like,
but anyway, what else about your dog?
Do you want me to talk more about my dog? Like,
specifically? Yeah.
Okay.
Why don't we talk about like what kind of dog he is and shit like that?
Well, I mean, I literally have a list, like a checklist.
He's bigger than Jack because he's able to yank you.
Yes.
So they already know he's big.
Yes. Okay, so Chexy is a year old. Well, a year and change. But we got him last fall, and it was after we moved into Grandpa's house, which is where I'm living now. Because then we had room.
We never actually talked about that either, because that wasn't a thing.
No, but we also, like, talked about it just now, because we found mice and stuff.
I know, yeah.
Because my house is his house.
See, so much has happened in your life.
I know. I literally was just talking about this with Alex, like, the other night. We were, like, 6 months ago.
Yeah.
We were in a totally different spot, and we had, like, we moved twice.
Yeah.
Like, insanity.
Yeah.
But Chex is a red heeler pit bull mix.
Uh-huh.
He's actually a mutt mix, though, because we don't know what else is in him. Those are just the things that they, said he looks like he has. So, we're going with it because I'm not getting a doggy DNA test.
He's white with red spots.
He has
and
red
he's
spots by his ears and by his tail.
A square face.
Yeah, he do. He really does. Yeah, he's just a sweet little boy. I do have a list of his hobbies. Do you want to hear that, Sidel?
Yes, I do.
Okay, his hobbies are, where should I start? The bottom or the top?
I don't know. Whatever feels right.
Okay, well, I feel really chaotic today, so we're going to start from the bottom. Okay. So he loves giving hugs and demanding scratchies. Mm-hmm. And by that, I mean he will
jumps on you.
Always put his arms up when you get home and tries to put them, like, on your hips so that you give him scratchies and, like, give him a hug and a kiss. Because me and his mom have just spoiled the shit out of him.
Yeah.
And he's the prince of everything. He likes opening the bedroom and bathroom doors when they're shut because I like those handles that have, like, the knob, not the, like, turny knob, but like the pushy knob.
Yes.
So you can, like, push them down with your elbow while you're walking in. Yeah. Because I find that a lot more convenient than sitting and trying to fight with a circle knob.
Yeah.
But that also means that my dog knows how to open the doors now.
Circle knobs kind of give me PTSD to, like, the baby.
Yes, maybe
covers.
That's why I hate them. We had those for so long.
Yeah. I always feel like when I'm using a spinning, like, handle that it's just gonna go. You don't get to open the door.
Yeah. Oh my god. No, I think that's literally my problem too, because I always feel like it's not gonna turn when I grab the circle ones. At least with the ones that are, like, the push downy ones, like, you can actually, like, you know if it's gonna work or not. It's not like you can sit there and turn it and then it'll go like, you know. So needless to say, the doors to the outside have the circle knobs on them. Yeah. Because otherwise we would be chasing our dog all the fucking time. And they also stay locked when you try to turn them. Mm-hmm. So you can't just, like, have it locked and open the door and walk through and, like, have it locked still. You have to unlock it, open the door, lock it again, close it. Yeah. So at least we don't have a loose dog. Because otherwise,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
He loves running through the house like it's his own personal obstacle course.
Mm.
This is one of my favorite bullets because it's really fucking true. And it reminds me of when your mom came over the other day to help us cut his nails.
Uh-huh.
We asked her if she wanted to help us run him out.
Yeah.
And she said, what? Because she's only had, like, an old dog for, like, ever. And,
I know,
like,
yeah.
He, like, when he was a puppy, he, was a lot smaller, so it was less of a
True.
problem when he got zoomies.
Yeah.
So now I have a 51-pound dog who needs to run around the house.
Yeah.
And that means running around every single square foot of the house.
Yeah.
So we had Alex on one side, me on one, and then Mom in, like, the little area behind the couch, because we have 2 couches.
Uh-huh.
And we just kept, like, popping out at him, and he was just running around like crazy and going so fast. And she'd be like, oh my god, he's going all the way down the hallway. Like, yeah, this is what he does. He goes down the hallway, jumps on the bed, jumps off the bed, and then runs all the way back to the living room on the other side of the house. Like, he knows this place like the back of his hand, and he's gonna use everything to do parkour.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, like, Jack used to run around the basement.
Yeah. Yeah, back when he had energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah. Oh, another one. I need to stop saying
honestly,
one.
honestly, this place is the footprint. Groundbreaking news right now. The footprint of this trailer house
Yeah.
is a lot smaller than the footprint of our house.
What?
Yeah.
My regular ass trailer house from 1996 is smaller than the house that we grew up in that has
Yeah.
3 bathrooms in it.
Yeah.
Crazy. You know, I could just convert every single room in this house into a bathroom, and I'd have more bathrooms than you guys do. That is such a strong eye roll. I need you to shut it off.
I gave up on the eye roll and just shut my eyes.
You just said, maybe if I don't see it, it'll go away.
Yeah.
Is that what you said earlier?
I said, if I close my eyes, you won't exist.
Yes. That's love. She's laughing to me. Okay, my dog
Uh-huh.
has one spot on the couch.
My
where he
adult
sleeps.
son. Okay.
Oh my god. I need you to stop.
That's true. Okay.
My dog has one spot on the couch that he sleeps, but if there's too many pillows,
Uh-huh.
he has to rearrange them. So, what that means is he roots with his nose and launches the pillows like 6 feet away from him. like if you're sitting on the couch and he wants to get comfy in his spot and you put extra pillows over onto his spot because you're like, oh, well, my ass needs to go here. He will launch them back at you. Alex got hit in the face the other day because we were trying to watch a movie and she just put a pillow over there, didn't think about it, and he just like went whoop. And it hit her and she went whoa. Like she wasn't expecting it, and it was just out of nowhere. And we were, well, of course, we were watching a horror movie, so all of a sudden it's 4D. Everything's coming at you.
Okay.
Do you want to know where else he sleeps?
Yeah. On your face?
No, but really fucking close. He sleeps in, like, the middle of the bed, but the top middle of the bed.
Mm-hmm.
So if he tries to share the bed with us, he lays in a circle. He's a 51-pound dog.
Yeah.
And me and my wife cuddle when we try to sleep, and the dog needs to be right in between us, which is not conducive because he is ginormous.
Yeah.
And we don't have any room. Like, if we tried to lay on our backs while the dog was in a circle, we would be laying over the side of the bed because he's just like, I'm comfy right here.
Uh-huh.
So that's where he sleeps, which also
You need
means
a king-size bed.
I literally keep saying that over and over again. I'm like, we need a bigger bed.
What is this bed?
It's a queen. I know. So our queen isn't big enough, but We will manage. Usually, the thing is he won't sleep at the end of the bed unless he's under the covers, and then when you kick him, he gets sad. So, he sighs a lot. He's really dramatic. Yeah.
Yeah, your dog has a lot of problems.
My special little boy has no problems. He's perfect.
He does a great job of making problems for other people.
Oh, that is facts.
I did tire him out the other day because I took him for a walk. I took him to meet horses. I need to show you the video.
You do have to show me the video.
Yeah, the horses were interested in him.
Yeah, and he was like, oh,
yeah.
That reminds me, another one of his favorite pastimes. Trying to get his cat siblings to play with him.
Yeah.
Because his brothers do not want to play with him because they're like, you're huge, dude. Like, you have way too much energy and you need to calm the fuck down.
Yeah.
And he's just like, if I bark at you, will you come play with me? So, this little bitch-ass dog, and by bitch-ass, I mean 51 pounds, mind you, is barking at my cats all the time. So, yeah, he just needs someone to play with him, which is also why Alex and I run him around the house.
Yeah.
To give the cats some peace, even though they're like, oh my god, but at least they're, oh my god, from their comfy chairs, and there's no dog running at them. Like
yes.
Junie with his chair.
Yeah. Oh yeah, your cats live on your kitchen chair.
Yes. We have assigned seats in this household. Junie has his chair. Moose has his.
I saw a comedian who was talking about, like, when people describe, like,
the good old days.
Yeah, and, like, when men were men, and they're just describing autism.
Yeah.
It's like, he had a chair, and no one could sit in that chair, and if anyone sat in his chair, he had to go away somewhere dark to calm down.
Yeah. And, like, needing things to be a certain way.
Yeah.
Like, when I get home, I turn on the TV to the same exact show that we always watch every single night when I come home.
Yeah.
I love it.
But yeah, reminds me of that. Everybody has their chair, I guess.
Yeah. So you were talking to me about how, like, you walked the dog today.
Yes. No. Oh, yeah, today and yesterday.
Yes, and yesterday. One of his favorite things to do when he's on his walks is to, run away. If we just put his collar on, because he's got a thick-ass neck, if we just put his collar on, he can shimmy his face out, because he's got a fat neck.
Oh, true.
And he just wiggles it out. And then he runs over to his grandparents' house.
Yeah.
Every time.
I mean, your parents did a good job of making this property, though.
Yes.
They put their house in the middle of 40 acres.
Yes.
So that, quote, animals and children would not be playing in the road.
Yes. Yes. What the thing is, though, my dog once ran into the road.
Yeah.
We are further from, like, the middle of the property.
Yeah.
And his ass ran straight to the road. And I was bawling. I ran all the way down the driveway, all the way to the road, which, like, that's at least half a mile.
Yeah.
I was tired, but I was crying at the same time because I was like, my dog's gonna get hit. My dog is gonna get run over because he is not smart enough to notice that there's a car coming and that car is not gonna stop. He will just go, huh, cool, and stare at it while it comes. Yeah. So I was like, oh shit. So the only reason that I got him back that day was A, because my wife went and got our car and brought it down, because otherwise we would have just been hanging out with a dog in the road and trying to pick him up, but he's, like, heavy. And I wasn't going to carry him all the way back, but I also wasn't going to put him down. But the only reason I caught him was because I started crying, and he went, why are you crying? And came over, and I was like, you motherfucking ass bitch. And I, like, grabbed him by his scruff, like, I, like, grabbed a handful of, like, his fur, because he's got just so much extra skin. I don't know why dogs are built like that.
Yeah.
But I loved the pictures that you took the one time that you took of him when he was playing in the pen, because you could see, like, his, like, I don't know, just how dogs move is wild to me.
Yeah, all the skin goes back and then forward.
Yeah, I feel like if I watched a video slowed down of a dog running, I would just love it so much. Like, I would just, like, all of the jiggling. It's like when people do, like, the whole raspberry thing and then they slow it down. You know, when they go, you know?
Yeah. I don't know. We all take the dog for walks. Oh, yes!
Oh, your dad does, too. He'll randomly come steal my dog.
Usually he goes and he finds, like, the cat's smell.
Yes.
Or, like, a hole.
Mm-hmm.
He had to stick his face in every single hole on our walk yesterday.
Naturally,
all the holes are uncovered, so now he has to shove his face in all of them.
Oh, even the ones that he's made in our yard, he still has to check. Like, there are 2 of them in, like, the area where his meat is.
Yeah.
Because he just randomly goes, I'm gonna dig. And then he digs, but he at least digs in, like, the couple spots. But he will, if we walk past them while we're taking a walk to go potty, he will stick his whole head in there. Just to see.
Make sure nobody's moved in.
Yeah. He's like, still my hole.
Okay, what else?
Oh, I just want to update everyone. Please microchip your pets, by the way. We didn't think about that until after he was running away.
Does he not have a microchip?
He does now.
Oh.
He didn't for the longest time because the shelter we got him from didn't require it. So he was fixed, but he wasn't microchipped.
Yeah, interesting.
So
yeah, because our most local shelter, they chip all of their animals that go through.
And the shelter that we got him from was in a different county too, so they might have different rules.
Yeah, I think Mike, Stormy, and Crawford are chipped.
Yeah, they all are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Another thing that my dog likes to do is he likes to eat anything that he shouldn't. Mm-hmm. And I have an itemized list. Would you like to hear it?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to try to rattle these off as fast as I can, but I know that I'm going to get, like, tongue-tied. So, here we go. He likes eating couch cushions, blankets, screws, cat poop, anything he can reach from the counter. He ate 4 Polish burgers before I noticed. Electrical cords, dryer balls, dog beds, ×2. Rope toys, leaves, rocks, grass, and spray foam that he finds in the yard. And he also likes to throw things around. This is unrelated to the eating, but he likes to throw things around so violently that he whacks himself in the head with it.
Nice.
So he has any, like, rope toy or anything, he's gonna, like, whip that bitch around until he's, like, knocked out because he, like, hit himself so hard in the head. Like, imagine all of those videos of, like, well, the movies of people with, like, nunchucks, and they're trying to learn how to use them, and they hit themselves in the head. Yeah. Yeah. Like, I'm imagining specifically The Hustle.
I was imagining, like, what is it? Is it called flogging when you do it to yourself? Or is it like self? It's like, there's a word for it. When you whip yourself. Anyway.
I don't know. It could be flogging. You might be right. Who knows?
I feel like it starts with an F. What else?
Okay, his favorite things are anyone who is visiting.
Mm-hmm.
So if we ever had someone try to break into our house, the worst thing they'd have to suffer from are his nails. Because he doesn't like us cutting them, so they're long. And he would just go, I want to hug. And then wouldn't let you go. So, yeah, don't break into my house. Toys with stuffing that last roughly 14 seconds. Specifically, RIP to Lammy that my mother-in-law got him for Christmas. You know those, like, stereotypical, like, lamb, like the sleeping ones?
Yes.
That, like, some dogs will carry around and be really nice to?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, my dog ate that.
You know, I saw this ad for, like, this, like, dog toy that your dog can destroy, and it just, like, has, like, the limbs of it are, like, Velcro, so that they come off, But it's like, that's not what they're doing.
Yeah, the problem is that my dog is eating it.
It's the dogs. They go for like the belly and rip the fur off. Like that does jack shit. Like they're not. That's what you did with your Barbies. That's not what dogs do with their toy.
Wow, we are learning things about Fidel today.
I never took Barbies apart, but
no. It's
did you?
Very clear that you never did that.
I literally didn't play with Barbies. So
there was
did you do that?
A girl who rode the bus with us,
and she would just take her Barbies limbs off and then put them back on or something.
She would pop their heads off and switch them in order to change their clothes. She wouldn't change their
clothes. It's not that hard.
She wouldn't change their clothes. She would go, I want this one to be wearing this now, and she would just go. And it was the wildest thing the first time I saw her do that.
Honestly, it is, now that you explain it to me, it is more efficient.
Except then you have a bag full of heads and bodies. Like, she just had these in her bag.
I did learn, I guess I did take my Monster High dolls apart. Because you had to.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had such tight clothing, you had to take their hands off.
Yeah.
In order to do
but
anything.
But they were made to do
Yes, they were made for, the hands were supposed to pop off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so wild to me, like, just popping their heads off.
Honestly, they had the same bodies, so...
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, they were all built the same.
I
thought their faces that were different.
I thought she was taking the head off and then taking the clothes off.
No, she was just switching the heads. Like, it didn't matter that the skin tones were different, or, like, that this person had painted on jewelry. Like, no, it's the same. Like, it's just transfer. Like, copy and paste. But we're copy and pasting the head only.
Yeah.
Oh, that new movie's coming out.
It doesn't come out yet?
Is it out? I don't know.
I thought it was already out.
It might be.
I think it's already out.
Okay.
I kind of want to watch it.
Me too.
Because, like, it seems really campy.
It does.
Yeah.
I feel like it's gonna be, like, a really gay movie. Like, and by gay, I mean just, like, in vibes only. Like, there may not be any, like, actual homosexuality, but it will be gay.
Yeah. I mean, like, just even, like, the part in the ads.
Oh, yeah.
Where they show her taking her shoes off.
Yeah.
And she's just still walking around on her tiptoes.
Yeah.
Because that's how it is. That's how her feet are shaped.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
We're gonna transition back to my dog.
Yes.
Even though he's never met a Barbie in his life. And he will not until he can calm the fuck down. Otherwise that Barbie is gonna have a swift funeral.
I just punched my microphone.
Is it okay?
Yeah, I think so, but it might sound like audio. Anyway.
Okay. So, I got into the food portion of what he likes.
Uh-huh.
So, I'm gonna list these off fast, too.
Okay.
So, ice cubes, single ingredient treats, especially bones, Greek yogurt with his food. We don't just give him straight Greek yogurt because Jesus Christ. Blueberries and peanut butter dog treats, but he doesn't like treats that are made for dogs. So anything that is intended for a dog, he'll throw it up.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, he throws it up, yes.
Yeah. No, he likes it. He'll eat it. And then he'll go, that hurted my tummy. Like, you're a dog. These are made for dogs. What's wrong with you? Yeah. He also gets really upset when we, won't let him chase literally everything that moves while we're going outside to go potty. Mm-hmm. Especially when we're going outside to go potty, like, really early in the morning or really late at night. Mm-hmm. Because, you know, his mom and I are tired. So when we take him out, we're like, okay, go potty, please. And he goes, I think I heard a bird 10 miles away. Can I go get it? And it's like, oh my God. But the shitty part of that is, he will drag us around while we're outside. But then, the second we put him on the lead, he'll lay down. Yes! He'll just lay down in sun, and he'll be like, oh, so relaxing out here. Like, you are a little hoe bag.
Yes.
Like, you can run around and, like, bark at things while you're out here on the lead, but you choose not to. You choose to lay down and be calm.
I put him on the lead for a little bit today, because when I first got here, I was unloading the vehicle.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, put him on the lead, and then, you know, I can go in and out. And he you know, clipped him in, and then he ran off, and he went and, like, peed. And then I was just, like, going around, and he was just standing, and he was just watching me. I went in the house, and I came out, and he had his paws up on the porch.
Deck, yeah.
And he was peeking through.
He's gotta have eyes on you. Like, when it was, like, decent out.
It was very cute.
And I, like, was using our chairs that we got for our wedding. We got these, like, reclining, like, lawn chairs. I would just put one on the porch, and I put him out on the lead, and he would lay so that he could still see me while I was on the porch.
Yeah.
So he was, like, a little bit away from the porch, but he would just sun. And then there was one time where I was laying there while Alex was coming home, and then Alex walked up, and she just looks and she goes, "Hi, dog," and he's just like, "What's up?" Didn't give a shit. Like, he's like, "Hey." Like, he's just laying there. And that dog never does that. He was just, he's calm on the lead, that's it.
Yeah.
It's the only place ever.
Yes.
Okay, other things that my dog does not like include being banished to his crate whenever we're making food. Because he wants to help. So he puts his paws on the counter and, like...
He's gonna put his paws on the stove.
Oh my god, yeah. No, he stretches and he makes himself fart. Because he's trying to stretch so much. So he will stretch his whole body out. And once he's in, like, a relatively straight position in the back, he'll go... And then he'll just keep going, "Can I have some of that?" And I'm like, you need to fucking stop right now.
He was farting all day today, and he wouldn't shit. I took him outside like 5 times, and not once did he shit. But every time that every time we did anything, he was like, toot, toot, toot.
Yep, yeah, oh no, that's, yeah. Yeah.
And it smells so foul that I thought there was shit somewhere. Like, I was like, did you shit in this room?
And we've had, like, we asked about that because we were like, oh, well, we're worried about his tummy. Because, throwing up dog treats isn't normal. And they were like, yeah, some dogs are just like that. And we were like, okay, so we have a stinky dog that can't eat dog food, okay?
But can eat rocks.
Yes. Oh my fucking god, can eat rocks. And they'll just come out fine. Like, he won't have any tummy issues. He'll just... Yeah. Spray foam is my favorite thing that he's ever eaten. Because, like, your dad uses, like,
yes.
What is it called?
Good stuff.
Great stuff?
Great stuff.
The great stuff he uses, like, on everything. So anything that's ever had a hole before, he goes, I know how to fix it. Like, those people with ramen and all those, like, videos on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's just great stuff for our dad.
Yeah.
So, sometimes, some will fall off and roll into our yard, and then the dog goes, I'm gonna eat this. And it's not good for him, I'm sure, but he doesn't throw it up. It goes through just fine.
Doesn't make any sense.
And sometimes when he ends up eating things he shouldn't, we end up taking him for a short car ride. Like, when he eats things he shouldn't, because, or, like, if he's bugging his brothers, or if he tries to run away, we take him for a short car ride because he doesn't like car rides. But we always end up taking him someplace he likes.
Yeah.
So, like, we will, or, like,
you should just take him back to the house.
That's what we do. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll pick him up, put him in the car, and then bring him back to the house. Or we'll pick him up, take him to Grandma and Grandpa's, and then bring him back home immediately, which both places he likes. And then we, like, 90% of the time when we put him in the car, it's because we're going to get Duncan, and we want to bring him with so he can get a pup cut. And then we also bring him to the dog park. Like, those are the only places that he ends up going. It's either home, Grandma's, dog park, or Duncan. And he's still like, I hate the car. But he was returned twice before he came to us. So he's got a little bit of trauma, which we support him and his issues. We don't love that for him is what I was going to say. We love that for him. We don't love that for him. But we do support him. and his anxiety.
Yeah.
So, Sadell, how does he
But
sit in the car?
taking him on car rides is good though, because then he will stop associating it with bad things.
Oh, and that's why we do it.
Yeah.
But how does he sit in the car?
Well, I put him in the car today, and he sat nicely in the passenger seat, and he's good until you start driving, and then he puts his face into your arm.
Yes, he wants you to hide him from the car. He wants you to protect him. And he, like, pushes himself so far into, like, the backrest of the seat. Like, he's trying to become one so that he can feel like he's supported. Like, he's so nervous. But yeah, he's definitely, if he could sit, like, on your left side while you were driving, like some smaller dogs do, he would.
Yeah.
He would be like, you know how, like, Sport used to with Grandpa?
No.
You were probably too young.
Yeah, no.
Sport used to, like,
you stick his
jump
head
into
in
the farm truck. No, he'd jump into the farm truck, jump over, let Grandpa sit down, close the door, and then he would come over and sit on Grandpa's left leg when Grandpa opened the window. So Sport was a border collie, mind you.
I'm so lost. I can't even picture it.
So,
because Sport did a lot of
driving?
different things with vehicles.
Driving?
He didn't always go in the same. Yeah.
But if it was him and Grandpa, he wanted to be right here next to the window.
Yes.
So, Grandpa would open the window. The dog would sit here, put his face out, and Grandpa would drive.
Okay.
So, Grandpa was essentially holding the dog in while it was sticking its head out the window and driving with his right hand.
That is so ridiculous.
Yes.
Because, I mean, Sport also chased truck.
Oh, yeah.
He
He
didn't really jump in the back. Sometimes he was in the back seat of the car when we, So he did a lot of things. I actually don't remember that though. So
he's a sweet boy.
I love Sport. He also, you had to pet him with your foot.
Yes.
If you pet him with your hands, he'd be like, "What are you doing?"
Oh yeah. Well, especially if you were petting him with your hands while you were holding his food, because he was very, like, food protective.
Why were you holding his food?
Because Grandma asked me to feed him.
Oh, not the bowl, but
no,
like you're
God,
holding.
I'm not picking
you're
it
putting
up. I'm
food.
going to
Okay.
feed him.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay.
No, he was really food protective. But if you were like, I want to pet you for a second, he was like, why? Give me the food.
There was one time I spent the day with Grandma and Grandpa were dog sitting. Our uncle's dog, Sadie. And so I had both of them. And then, like, I was just, like, in the garage with them. And, like, they kept eating the food. I think it was mostly Sport, because he had to eat it before she got to it.
Yes.
And I just filled it up.
Are you kidding me?
I just kept filling up the bowl. He got so sick.
Oh my God. Oh no. Oh, we didn't have a dog at that point, though.
No, and I was like 6. I had no idea what I was doing.
Yeah.
I was just playing with the dog. And Grandma had made the mistake of telling me where the food was and then leaving me in the garage.
Yeah, she didn't, like... I mean, honestly, though, when you're dealing with kids, you don't put 2 and 2 together until after they do it, because you're like, I didn't even know 2 and 2 could fit together, my God. You're like, I would have never come to this conclusion if you hadn't just done this.
Yeah. Well, like, I think it was because Sadie was there. Because usually Sport doesn't just gulp down his food. Yeah. So usually there's still food in the bowl, so I wouldn't have felt that I needed to.
Yeah. I think, though, when they were doing babysitting, they would put Sport outside and feed Sadie. because of that. Because otherwise Sport would eat all of the food and not let Sadie eat.
Yeah.
Speaking of food, though.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear something about my dog?
Sure.
He gets really upset when I don't let his mom, my lovely wife Alex, feed him directly off of her fork. Because he begs and she goes, oh, here you go. And I go, excuse me?
You know,
we are not doing this. And she goes, oh. And then doggy goes, where'd it go? I'm mad. And then he starts walking around looking for it again.
You know, Zach's father believes that is the most important thing that you need to train your dog, is how to eat off of a fork. There was
Chex
one
doesn't
time
have a problem with it. He
does it wrong. because I'm sure that he uses his tongue. Correct?
Yes.
Yes, but that makes a mess. So he teaches the dogs to, like, let him put the fork in their mouth and then, like...
scrape it on their teeth?
I don't know if he... Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, basically. But yeah.
This man goes out of his way to teach the dogs this specific thing?
Yes. He was teaching his daughter's dog to do that at a family gathering. And he was like going, you know, you see how she's trying to lick it off? Like, I don't want her to do that.
God, he's giving a tutorial.
Yeah! He was explaining his training technique. God. And Zach also has offered for you to send checks to his father's house to be trained, because he's trained dogs before.
Yeah.
But also,
I didn't know about this.
I know. I didn't ever tell you. Yeah. So I was like, you should tell them. Anyway, but
I'm scared of me, it's fine.
It's true. But like I don't know. See, because also the dog training that I have seen from this man
is very niche.
It's teaching dogs how to eat people food.
Yeah.
Because it's also like his dog Bailey is a dachshund.
Yeah.
And they put her on the counter during breakfast.
I'm sorry.
So she can eat the breakfast with them. They put her on the counter
with her food.
With the people food. So, like, they can feed her, like, eggs and bacon while they're eating eggs and bacon.
Can't you put it on the ground?
I don't understand, but this is what they do. Anyway.
Oh, this has been Cheese. I love you fruit. I need to go decompress.
One thing about, like, getting a dog with Zach is that I have to just, like, accept the fact that it is just going to be... like, the dog is going to eat so much people food.
Yeah.
Because he's going to feed the dog so much people food.
Yes.
And I can't stop him. Yeah. Maybe I can convince him to do, like, the other training things that I want him to do. But I'm just gonna have to deal with the fact that he's just gonna feed it people food.
Well, hey, even if you try not to... the dog might just steal 4 Polish burgers off of your tray before you can bake them, so...
Yeah. Oh, they weren't even cooked.
No! I was waiting for the oven to preheat. So they were on the oven. We have like not an island, what are those called?
Peninsula.
A peninsula. So you can like sit on one side and like be in the kitchen on the other side.
Yeah.
We have one of those. I was literally talking to my wife. Like, we were looking at each other. The dog was behind me eating Polish burgers. He'd grab one, walk down the hallway, eat it, come back, grab one, walk down the hallway, eat it. He did this 4 times before I went, what the fuck? Yeah.
Nice.
I love my pets.
Yeah?
I do. They're really cheap entertainment.
Yeah. Is that it?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Do you have anything else you want to talk about? I talked a lot.
Well, yeah, I have my whole life.
Oh, okay.
Well, you also got married.
I did get married, yes, and I didn't talk much about that, but I feel like I was ready to do a pet update, so that's what my notes were for.
Trying to like forget your wedding or whatever.
Well, I mean, I'm not trying to forget my wedding. It was perfectly
just
fine.
Can't remember it. Your wife said she can't remember.
It's because everyone kept handing her drinks. Everyone was like, "Here for the ride," and she was like, "Yeah."
Oh,
I would accept drinks and then set them down. Like, our aunt, I love her. She got me some whiskey. She asked your mom what I drink, and she was like, "Yeah, whiskey." And so she got me some whiskey. I drank maybe half of the double shot, so probably a full shot, before I set it down and forgot where it was. But luckily it was the end of the night, so there weren't any kids left. But I was like, I don't know what happened to that. That's how I drink.
Your wife. Okay, so Alex turned into a mom by the end of the reception.
Oh yeah.
Like she was going around going, "Leave room for Jesus."
Oh yeah. Oh no. When she
and like doing like mom dances. And
you call them mom dances, but those are literally just her dance moves. She took dance for like 15 years, and those are still her dance moves. You can't break the white girl dance out of anyone.
But turned into a mom.
Yeah. No, she really loves doing the whole room for Jesus thing. I do not know why. It's just something that she's very passionate about it, and I support her. I think it's really fucking funny.
Zach,
she only does it to couples.
Yes.
She only does it to people who are actually
together. I know.
Like, our one cousin, who she's trying to get, like, hooked up with her friend. The one who brought a friend to my wedding.
Yes.
She's trying to get those two together, even
Alex is trying to get those two together.
That's why her friend was allowed to come, because I was like, I don't want to make another plate. I don't want to have to do all this stuff. But Alex was like, please, I want them to be together and in love. So she wasn't telling them to leave room for Jesus, but everyone else, she's like, you've been married for 10 years, room for Jesus.
The children, she's like, you can dance as close to each other as you want, but like, then the adults, she's like, you need to leave room for Jesus.
Yes. Her priorities are confusing. But
17-year-olds that can grind on each other as much as they want. But...
Yes, because that is their right.
Okay, but...
My wife just really wants to have someone to root for, and you, unfortunately, are in a, like, pretty good relationship where you're happy.
Uh-huh.
So she can't use you, like, about it. Like, and her sister's too young still, so she can't use her yet.
Yeah.
So she's just like, okay, surrogate little sister, come here.
Matchmaker. Oh, yeah.
Ooh, I like that. That's a beatboxing. Maybe keep your day job. Don't look sad like
Zach also started drinking as soon as he stepped foot into the reception hall.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to do.
And I didn't even notice, but he had a great time with our family because we sat him at our family table.
Oh, yeah, no, we sat him with, like, the aunts and uncles.
Yeah. Jade had asked me if we should put him with our family or with our friends, and I didn't answer.
Yeah, so I just
so then they just
sit by your parents. Okay, bye.
And he could have sat by our friends too.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have known any of them though.
No.
So maybe it was better that he was with our family.
Yeah. I think it wouldn't have killed him.
Yeah.
But I also know, like, he's more on the introverted side. So.
Yeah.
That night was great.
Yeah.
Everything about it.
It was fun.
Yes. And my favorite part, though, is... So, we have 3 grandparents that are dead, right?
Yes.
So, we have 1 remaining grandparent.
Yes.
And guess where I sat her?
The kids' table.
The kids' table.
with all of her grandchildren.
Yeah, with all of the grandchildren. I was like, you guys need to watch her because she's wild. So she was at, well, I mean, the kids' table, the youngest one is like 17.
Yeah.
But it was still just, you need to sit with the kids because that's where you go. It was really funny.
Okay, wait, so you had a table
Mm-hmm.
for our parents
Mm-hmm.
and our aunts and uncles.
Yes.
You had Uncle Ray
Uh-huh.
also at the table?
No.
Or were they somewhere else? Okay.
No, he was at the
Okay,
the
yeah. So
great
you
aunts
had
and uncles
you
table.
had our dad's side
yes.
at that table. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Okay. He was with the great aunts and uncles.
Yes, because those are the people that, like, he lives near, and they
Yes.
see each other all the time. So I was like, these guys will just be, like, chatting like normal.
Yeah. And
So I
then
figured they'd be good.
you put all of our cousins in one table? From
Yes,
both sides?
From both sides, yes.
Okay.
Except for, your Uncle Robert.
Yes. Yeah.
Because he has a really big family, and they, like, all live together. Like, not together, but they live,
Yeah.
like, close, and they're really close.
Yeah.
So I was like, might as well just put them all together.
Uh-huh.
So that's where they ended up.
Yeah. Yep.
So, like,
That
we
makes
kind
sense.
of had, like, our little pods that kind of naturally came when I was trying to put people in lists.
Yeah.
But, like, this is just how I, like, put it together.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was thinking. And, like, when the plates were put out on the table that your parents were sitting at,
Mm-hmm.
I looked at them,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, they're in the wrong spots. They're gonna move to these places.
Mm-hmm.
Sure shit,
They
they
did.
moved to exactly the places that I thought they were going to. Because I was like, they put your parents not facing the head table.
Which is...
They're going to turn themselves so that they can face the head
Yes.
table
Mm-hmm.
because they want to see you.
Yeah. Which I totally understand. We had our bridesmaids helping, and I
know, and it
I'm
didn't
such
matter.
a bad micromanager, though,
Yeah.
that, like, at that point, I was like, fuck it, I don't care. Put them wherever.
Oh, okay.
Because I had been, like, nitpicking. I made lists for each
Yes.
table who was sitting where. I, like, wrote, instead of place cards, we had, like, charger plates that I wrote on.
You could have made pictures of the tables and then, like, put, like, the names, you know, if you wanted them to be in exact spots.
But I didn't really care.
Yeah.
And I didn't know the exact orientation
Really
of
doesn't
our,
matter as long as they're on the right table.
Yeah, I didn't know the exact orientation of, like, how they were gonna have, because we had the ceremony
yeah.
in the same space. So I was, like, I was confused with how they were gonna put everything together, so I didn't know if it was gonna be long ways or, like,
Yeah.
the short way. So I didn't want to, like, put everything set in stone.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah. But I just thought that was really funny.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, your wedding was at a hotel.
Yes.
And it was, yeah, we had the event space cut in half. Kind
Yes,
of.
yeah.
I guess it was
No, it was
technically
actually
in
half.
thirds.
Yeah.
But,
We just didn't
yeah.
use the 1/3.
Yeah. And then we were able to stay in rooms at the
Mhm.
hotel.
Oh my god, yeah.
And I mean, they were suites.
Oh,
and they
yeah.
were very nice. They were nice suites.
were
They weren't
so
like the
nice.
hotel suites where they're like, here's a room for a couch and a TV, and all you could do is walk past the couch, barely.
Yeah.
And then you have your room with your bed. And
Yeah.
it's like,
And
this
the bed
is
on
not
either
a
side, you have
suite.
enough room to, like, walk.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, it's always like, this is not a suite. You could have just put this,
This
put
is
this
a normal,
couch,
yeah.
you could have gotten rid of this wall and just put the couch against that wall, you know,
Yeah.
or anywhere.
Yeah,
You
they
could,
just wanted to be able to see
like,
two
it's
different
not a
rooms.
suite.
Yeah.
But this was an actual suite, and it
Mhm.
had like they
They
had a
kitchenette.
was it a convection oven or microwave oven? Microwave oven.
Well, it was made, like,
For pizza.
it was for pizzas.
Yeah.
So I think it was a convection oven.
Okay.
I think that's what those are called. We don't use
I thought it
those,
was
but-
just a microwave until somebody explained to me that it wasn't just a microwave. And they should have those at college
Oh, yeah.
in our dorms
Mhm.
because that would be nice.
Okay.
I wouldn't need to go and use the oven.
Oh my god, are you saying you're that lazy? Or do you not have an oven in your apartment, or did you not have
No.
an oven?
No, there was one kitchen
Uh-huh.
on the first floor that we could share with the whole dorm.
So wait, your
A Tory.
kitchen only had the fridge?
It had a fridge and a microwave
Huh. Weird.
because they don't want fires.
I mean, I
If
guess.
you let people have ovens, they leave the oven on. And then fires start.
Yes.
So, yeah, it was very nice. It was very nice. But there was a fire.
Oh, yeah.
In the middle of the night.
That happens.
The night before the wedding.
Especially at a hotel.
Yeah.
With a no smoking policy.
Yeah.
The night before my wedding.
Yeah.
At 2 a.m.
Oh my goodness. But your aunt and uncle and our cousin were staying in a room.
It was just on the hall from us, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was just down the hall. They were like a suite away from me.
Yeah.
And then you were the next suite.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I think there was one random family in between.
But here is the thing.
Mm-hmm.
They were in a hard of hearing room.
So one that had like the flashing lights.
So when the fire alarm went off, there was an alarm and flashing lights. And our cousin has autism.
Yes.
And he started panicking.
Yeah, because he gets overwhelmed pretty easily.
Yes.
So that in and of itself. Oh, even just the noise by itself would have been enough.
I know. Yeah.
Oh my god, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. And they had no idea.
Oh yeah, no.
And until afterwards, they asked me, and they were like, "Were there flashing lights in your room too?" I was like, "No."
Like, oh, did you accidentally fall asleep at a rave? Like, are you okay?
And your aunt was also, just really disoriented as well.
I mean, yeah, we got woken up at like 2 in the fucking morning by something screaming. I couldn't imagine screaming and flashing lights.
It was the worst thing ever. Yeah. I've never actually had a fire alarm go off.
Really?
While at a hotel.
Oh, okay. I had one, similarly at 2 a.m. finals week, my sophomore year of college.
Well, that sounds about right.
And it was also fucking cold out.
Yeah.
Same as it was, because we got married in January. So, we live in Wisconsin, so there was a little bit of snow.
Yeah.
And, when you get up in the middle of the night, because there's a fire alarm, you don't necessarily think about, putting on layers.
Yeah.
Because you just go, oh shit. So my wife was ready to run out in shorts and a t-shirt. And I was like, okay, here's some socks. We got some fluffy socks, so they were a little bit thicker. And we put those on, but I totally forgot about shoes. We brought Crocs, specifically so we could go to the pool and stuff. And I totally forgot to even think about putting those on, because that would have been a really easy shoe to slip on. But I was like, here's some fluffy socks, put these on. And then I grabbed our jackets. And she was booking it. She was ready to go. And I was like, well, I guess I'll grab the essentials so we don't die.
And they did tell us to go to our vehicles. And
yes.
wait in our vehicles. And then they waved at us when we could come back in.
Yeah.
But
yeah. And there were some brave people who wanted to have a front row seat, so they were still hanging around.
Mm-hmm.
But actually what we ended up doing, us and a couple of the bridesmaids, we went to I think it was the Mobile or something, the gas station.
Oh, I didn't know you went to the gas station.
Uh-huh. And I ran into your parents. Because your dad was having I think he was having acid reflux issues because of the whole waking up in the middle of the night thing because of the meds that he's on.
Yeah.
So he had to go and get some meds for that and then some melatonin to try to fall back asleep. Because,
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
Screaming.
Yeah.
From the ceiling.
Yeah. Zach and I had just laid down.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my
yeah,
God.
because he doesn't go to sleep until way late.
Oh, that's true. He's a second shift girly, isn't he?
Yeah.
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 I've also been listening to way too much Obituary. Stop it! Don't call me out!
Can we just, I like to make references to things.
Yeah.
I like to just quote things all of the time.
Yeah.
And I know that sometimes podcast listeners get upset when podcast hosts quote other podcasts without giving them
credit.
Like credit, yes.
Yeah, well, sometimes they're just speech patterns that I pick up from these people
Yes.
because I talk to them all the time in my head.
Well,
like, I mean, like, I'm listening to them talking to me in my head.
Yes.
So I'm like, oh yeah, I hear someone say this all the time, and then I realize, oh wait, it's that person who has a podcast.
What did I say earlier? I said, my adult son.
Yes.
Which I got from Wine and Crime.
Which,
and like,
literally wearing a Wine
can
and Crime
I just,
sweatshirt right now.
I know. Getting into the podcasting mood. Can we have permission to just make references?
Can you grant us this
grant us this permission? Because I'm going to, and I can't shout it every time. I'm not stealing from them. I'm just quoting them because I am a fan.
Yes.
I'm just a fan with you.
We would never,
we have an inside...
Like, you know how some podcasts, they, like, have merch, like, your shirt literally says, like, a quote from their podcast?
Yes.
We would never use one of those quotes.
Yeah.
In any, like, merch for anything, or, like, any, like, I don't know, like, episode announcements. Like, we wouldn't use it for that, because we're quoting something else.
Yes. But I quote things all the time, and, like, I mean, I will tell you sometimes what I'm talking about.
Yes.
But I don't want to have to do it every single time, because I'm going to do it a lot.
Yeah. Did you have more to say about getting woken up?
No, I think that's it. Like, my nails were falling off before the wedding started. That was something.
Well, that's why I had to go get mine fixed the day of, because the one was, like,
you did get it fixed the day of? Jesus.
No, your mom had a hair appointment at the same place, thank God.
Yeah.
And she called them the night before. Well, actually, I think she sent them a Facebook message, because that's how she was messaging her. And she was like, hey, would anybody be able to fix my daughter's nail for her wedding tomorrow?
Yeah.
When we're doing my hair. And she was like, oh yeah, I can get someone to come in. So then the owner of the shop came in. She was super nice. And she, like, did my nail repair for free.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
Yeah, I had one nail repaired. And then a different one started to come off.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the wedding was very fun. We hung out before the wedding in my room.
Yeah, that was really sweet.
Yeah, that was fun. We listened to Wine and Crime.
We did, yes. I was putting on my makeup and listening to Wine and Crime. And we were talking about Wine and Crime while they were talking about Wine and Crime.
Yeah,
So we're, like, joining the discussion.
Yeah. And Jackie was your...
Bridal attendant.
Yes. That's what you call it. And you said that we're backups for each other as, me, the maid of honor, and her, the bridal attendant. Yeah. And, like... teammates, team members, and I didn't understand how it was gonna work, really, truly. But then, like, on the day, it unfolded as Jackie's in charge of the beginning of the day,
yes,
and Sadel's in charge of the end, of the day. So, like, I
hope it wasn't too stressful, because I was literally just trying to figure out, like, how to get stuff off of my own plate, because otherwise I would have been trying to run everything on my own wedding day.
I don't think it was that bad. I sat in my room though at the beginning going, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. Like, I was like, we're supposed to all meet in my suite. At like, it was at like 1 or something that we were supposed to meet.
Pictures.
But, like, before then, I was just like, I'm getting ready, and I don't know, is something else supposed to happen? I was like, yeah, I brought you in, because I was like, we should get ready together.
Yeah.
And stuff. And
which was good,
and
because
then also,
otherwise I was just, like, spiraling in my own suite, just going, oh my god, I'm getting married today.
Yeah. Also, you two put your phones down.
Yes, we did.
And so that was good. That then you had me and one of Alex's bridesmaids playing, like, point person.
Yeah, for each of the groups. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I was the MC at the end of the night, or for the reception. So things picked up quickly. Getting into that.
Oh my god, yeah, no, if I could do it over again, I would have someone actually queue up stuff.
Yeah.
Like, someone to play things when we were ready.
Mm-hmm.
Because otherwise we were going off of a timeline that I thought was reasonable in the moment when I was outside of the wedding. But once you got in the wedding, I was like, oh my god, things are back to back. What is happening?
Yeah.
Like, even though there were 4 songs between them, suddenly you're like, oh my god, it's the next thing.
Also, like, it was, like, the same time frame as, like, every other wedding.
Yeah.
So I'm like, how?
Yeah,
how did it feel so rushed?
And it could have possibly just been because we were in it.
Yeah, true.
Like, we were the ones living it.
Mm-hmm.
So we were like, oh shit.
I felt like I was holding people hostage, too, and not letting them eat.
Yeah. I know, and, well, that's probably because that's the energy that your dad was giving off, because he was so hungry, because he was sick the day before. So he's like, I just want to eat, and you said there would be cake. I had, like, thing that said, we'll start with cake, because we started with the cake cutting.
Yeah.
And I thought we would, like, get to food and everything, but they didn't cut the cake. Like, because the place was going to cut it, and, like, I'm so grateful for, like, the staff and everything, because they absolutely killed it. But that was the one thing that they did wrong, is that they were trying to save the cake for later. And I was like, bring it out! I told everyone there'd be cake first! Like, they were like, oh yeah, are you guys ready for the cake? I'm like, it's not out yet! Like, bring it out!
Yeah. I mean, but your cousin Arthur will get to that, he will take a chunk of cake if he has the opportunity. So maybe it was good.
Yes.
Maybe it was good for them to leave it out. But it was also in a good spot.
Yeah.
Like hiding in the corner by the head table.
Yeah.
And you didn't need to walk past it as you were coming in. Not really. You were, feet away from it, yards away from it.
Yeah,
so
you could see it when you came in. But
you could see it, but you were never going to walk right past it, which then would be the opportunity.
Yes.
So that was that. Mm-hmm. It was a fun day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I had a good time.
Yeah. I had a great time the next day too, because it was just so chill.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone else was checking out, and Alex and I were just, I'm gonna chill here, because we actually stayed until Tuesday. Well, Monday.
Yeah.
Monday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone else was checking out and leaving, and we were like, we're staying.
Yeah.
We're gonna sleep.
And also it was it was expensive for me.
Yeah.
I mean, I spent a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I didn't, not nearly as much as you and your parents.
Oh yeah.
But for me and my part-time job.
Yeah.
And I have learned now. Well, I don't know. I'm since the wedding, I made a goal of budgeting. And now I'm doing much better. And I'm spending less than I'm earning.
Yes.
Which so is it's good. Yes. Yeah. I have learned to budget. Mm-hmm. I went to school, and I learned lots at school.
Wow, look at you.
Yeah. Oh yes, in the fall.
Uh-huh.
I found a stray cat.
You did, yes.
Okay, so here's the story. I came home one night, and I saw Max digging in a hole in the ditch. And I was like, that's very strange. And I think I got out of the car, and I called to her, and she didn't notice me.
Yeah.
It's very strange of her. She's very friendly.
Yes.
She usually doesn't
she's
just hang out in the ditch. Mm-hmm. And yeah. And I got closer, and then I started to smell death. Mm-hmm. And I remembered that there was a dead raccoon. Mm-hmm. So, and I was like, why is Max eating a dead raccoon? And but I got closer, and I was like, this cat is much smaller than Max. And I realized that it was, a stray cat. And I called into it, and she came over to me, and I think I maybe got to pet her a little bit, and then she ran away into the cornfield.
Yeah.
And then I, like, tried to come back with a carrier and, like, call for the cat, but the cat was gone. And then I just went along with my life. Mm-hmm. And then later that night, like, your parents left the garage door open for some reason. Mm-hmm. So then I saw, I had come over here to the trailer house. And then I was walking back. Mm-hmm. And I saw the cat eating some, like, cat food puke.
Oh, yeah.
In the front of the garage.
Yeah.
And so then I picked it up and it did bite me.
Yeah. I remember you had to go to the hospital.
She bit one finger and she's got a hold of that finger. And so, like, I had her with the other hand and I was like, well, I can't do anything else about it, so I kind of just sacrificed that finger and kind of shoved it more into her mouth, and I was like, you can have this finger, so that she just didn't bite me anymore.
Yeah, because she had that one.
Yeah. And then I got the door to the house open, and I said to your mom, get a carrier.
There's this thing biting your finger, and you're holding it in the other hand.
She thought I had, a dead animal or something. It looked very dead.
I mean, yeah, she did not look good.
Yeah, no, and she wasn't moving either. Once I had her...
Oh, no, she was just like, I bite, and it let go.
And I had her, I think I had her upside down, because I, had her back, and I, flipped her over. Mm-hmm. And got her into the carrier and stuff like that. And then we tried to call the shelter, and there was nobody there that night.
Yes.
And then they also said they don't have room. But so we did that first, and then I was like looking at my finger, and I was like, I should go to the hospital. And so we went to the hospital. I got antibiotics because that you need 100%.
Yes.
Because cats have bacteria that is meant to kill animals.
Yes.
In their mouths. And you can die from it in 24 hours or something like that. Mm-hmm. But then and I didn't take a rabies vaccine.
No.
And no. And it was something that they judged me at the animal shelter for not getting it. But I talked to the doctor that I was seeing, and we assessed the risk. Mm-hmm. There has been something maybe 5 rabies cases in Wisconsin in the last 50 years or something like that. Okay. And they were all bats.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah, so it wasn't really likely that she had anything.
Yeah, there weren't a lot of cats with rabies. And so she was like, the chances of the cat having rabies is kind of low, and you also have the cat. The cat has to go on a quarantine to see if it has rabies.
Yes.
So you're gonna watch it for the next 10 days. And if the cat starts showing symptoms of rabies, then we can give you the rabies vaccine. Because it's also it's in my finger. Yeah. So it's far enough away, because rabies is going to affect me once it gets into my brain. Once it gets into my brain, it's pretty much too late. I'm going to die. Yeah. But I have time, because the rabies is going to get to her brain before it gets to my brain.
Yeah.
But anyway, my finger is fine. Mm-hmm. It's all healed up. I mean, I couldn't bend it.
Yeah.
I can I could do everything with it. I can't even see the scars anymore from it. And I don't have rabies. She doesn't have rabies. She did get, she was able to go to the shelter.
Yes.
They made an exception for her. And I think, I don't know, I think part of it was that just what condition she was in. She was so sick.
Yes.
And the only way that they could help her is if they took her.
Yeah.
Because,
they wanted us to do a foster situation, but then by the time they actually got to see her, they were like, oh, no. No, we need to be taking care of her. She needs people who know what they're doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
24/7.
Yeah. She was really sick. She was, her poops were liquid, and she would just sit in them.
Yeah.
Once she was done.
Mm-hmm.
So she was so sick.
Mm-hmm.
And she was skin and bones.
Yeah, she was.
It was bad.
Mm-hmm. Just this little thing with
yeah,
absolutely no meat on her bones.
So we named her Minnie.
Yes. Because
she's
Max.
She's a mini version of Max.
Yes.
And we had we had Max and we had Minnie.
Yes. And my mom, our mom, excuse me, calls Max the maximum cat.
Yes.
So
she was like, it's a minimum cat. Yeah. Exactly. Because she was so small and they're both torties.
Yes.
If that wasn't clear.
They're calicos, yeah.
By me thinking that she was Max.
Yeah.
She's a tortie. I mean, they're calicos.
No, I had to describe that for people who aren't cat people.
Oh, okay. Well,
because most people know what a calico is. But
over 50% of her coloring was black, so she was a tortie.
Thank you.
That's the difference between calicos and torties. And then, but yeah, so yeah, we got her to a shelter, and a few weeks ago, I think, she got adopted.
She did.
Yeah. So
that's so sweet. I know. Good. I found a video on the Facebook page of her.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my gosh, and I shared it to our family group chat, and did you say, oh my god, this made me cry?
Yeah, I did.
But she was doing so much better. She looked like a cat. She didn't look like a dead cat.
Yeah.
She looked alive. That's the most basic way to put it, but it was the best way to describe it.
Yeah. And then I had helped her.
Yeah.
Because she was so sickly.
Mm-hmm.
There's been so many stray cats, tomcats. They run through our property all the time.
Oh, yeah.
And I just go, chase them off, I'm I let our cats just chase them off.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, we've had plenty of random cats, especially even since Alex and I moved in here. It's been 6 months.
Yeah.
And there was one that was fluffy gray and white.
Mm-hmm.
And it just bounced past our house while we were in the car. We just pulled up and we were like, what the hell? It owns this place.
I know.
You are not our
tomcats run around they own the place.
Mm-hmm.
And also Mike, I saw him trying to chase one away, but then he gave up and hid underneath the porch.
Oh my gosh. That's
Mikey is a sweet summer child.
Yes, he is. He is a sweet baby boy, and no harm will ever come to him. Because if it does, he wouldn't know. He truly wouldn't know that this is something bad happening. He'd just be like, okay.
He and Crawford did become friends this winter.
They did,
though. Now they cuddle and they play, and Mike doesn't run from him.
It's so cute.
Yeah. Yeah, so I saw this cat, and I was like, it needs help. This cat is sick. So, yeah. And that's why I intervened in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
And I probably wouldn't have noticed it if it didn't look like Max.
Yeah,
if I wouldn't have gotten this so close.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, and we've had plenty of, animals try to get into our garage before, and we just shoo them out, but...
Yeah. And realistically, she became our problem as soon as she found the food in the garage. Mm-hmm. Because I think what she had done when I found her was she had came into the garage and she had gulped down a bunch of food from the cat bowl.
Yes.
And then ran away, but she didn't get very far, and then she barfed it back up again because she was starving.
Yeah.
And then she was trying to eat it again.
Mm-hmm.
But now she knew there was food in the garage, so she was going to get back into the garage.
Yeah.
And yeah. and then also if I had just let her be, she could have had something that she could have shared with our cats.
Yeah, and we would have never known.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that it was a good thing.
Yeah.
Overall.
Mm-hmm.
I also worked on a pilot.
Yeah, a TV pilot.
Winter, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that that project. It's called Mana. This season is called The Wafer King. It's the prodigal son story. But it's set in, like, modern times. Yeah. And, like, there's this man who he makes communion wafers. And he has 2 sons. And the youngest wants to leave the business and, you know, go live his life and take his inheritance early. Mm-hmm. You know, like the prodigal son story goes. Mm-hmm. You know, and the story follows him and all of his mistakes and ultimately coming back.
Mm-hmm. The first episode.
The first episode is released. It is on hometownstream.net. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You can support the Mana Project for $10 a month. And you can access everything else that is on that website as well with that. Yes.
Yeah. Just a little project to do while you were busy at school, or were you not busy at school?
I was busy at school.
Yeah. You were like, you know I need to find a TV show.
I had to take 2 days off. I was told about it, like, the week beforehand. Mm-hmm. Like, I've worked with the with the, like, producers on other projects before.
Yeah.
And so, like, I was just at the gym.
And did they just see you at the gym and then tell you about it? Oh my god.
Yes. And then I was asked if I could help them, and they didn't tell me how, but I found out later how I could help. But they threw, like, a bunch of different jobs at me. Like, they're like, maybe we'll have you do this or this or this. And I didn't end up doing any of those.
Oh yeah, no, they know
something else.
That you will do anything.
Yeah.
Like, you are skilled in everything somehow.
True. And my teachers
to call it, Raised by Milton. That's what
true is. And my teacher, when I told one of my teachers that I was going to be on that day or those days, he said, "You'll learn more there than you will here." Well, because I'm going for media production.
I was gonna say, what's your major?
Yeah, my major is digital media production. So yeah. He's like, you'll learn more there than here.
Yeah, it was basically like you said, hey, I'm going to my internship today. Is that okay if I miss class? Like, true.
Yeah. And it was just 2 days, so I was able to catch back up.
Yeah. Well, it was really good. We watched it when it first came out. Mm-hmm. You had us all watch it. It was really good. So go stream it.
Yeah. hometownstream.net.
Yes.
Mana.
It is religious based, just to
clarify
if you don't know what the prodigal son is.
Yeah, the prodigal son, it's a parable.
Yes, yeah, it's in the Bible. But,
in the Bible.
Yeah. So
yes,
you're not big on, like, Christian media, it might not land well with you, just because there's a lot of references.
It is still a good story.
It is, yes.
And, like,
yeah, outside of that, it's just like,
and there's
a lot of things that Sidel notices. I didn't, because
I was also there.
You were. That's true.
So I was able to go, I was able to go like, you know, I don't know. There was somebody he was throwing the apple. He kept not being able to catch it.
Yeah.
I was also, like, pointing out all of the things that were mine.
Yes,
that ended up into the scene.
Yes. You're like, that's my code.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's all.
I think so too.
That I need to talk about.
Yeah, I don't have anything else.
Yeah. Next week.
Yes.
We are going to do a memorial episode.
Yes.
Because we did have a couple of deaths.
Yes, one of them we did mention.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Because, well, we're in my grandpa's old house.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Yeah, we definitely had to mention that one more than, like, I even, like, thought we would need to.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you know, come join us for our memorial episode next week. If you're not ready for a memorial episode, we'll see you the week after.
We'll be talking a lot about grief.
Yes.
And loss.
Yeah.
So,
But we will also be talking about a lot of good times.
yes.
Because we did have...
That's part of it.
Yes. Yeah. So, it's not going to be... I don't think it's going to be a full downer.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of ups.
Yeah.
It's life. We're going to be talking about life. So.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well.
Ready?
Yeah. See you all next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye now. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to Cheese, a Healthy Fruit. Our cover art is by MJ Hennessey. Our theme song is by Melina Marchese. You can find her at melinamarchese.com. Follow the podcast on Instagram at cheese_a_healthy_fruit, Jade at Jade Powers with an extra S, and Sidel at Sidel Powers, spelled Cydel. If you have any questions or want to submit a story from your childhood, email us at cheeseahealthyfruit@gmail.com. Sources can be found in the show notes. You can find Cheese, a Healthy Fruit wherever you get your podcasts and on YouTube. Subscribe to Cheese, a Healthy Fruit and leave us a 5-star review on your favorite podcasting app. See you next time. Bye-bye.